pretty good about that, but God, the snort got me.
The snort got me.
Hang on a second. Woo.
She's a child.
My nose is running faster than I can lick it off. That's
All right.
That's a Southernism.
Welcome back to the Dirty Heifers podcast, where we dive into the big conversations that impact small businesses like ours. I'm Margaret, here with my amazing co-hosts, Jesse and Shauna. Today, we're talking about topics that has been buzzing around the business and social media world, the potential TikTok ban. TikTok isn't just another social media platform. It has been a game changer for creators, small business owners, and anyone looking to connect with audiences in a real, authentic way. Speaking personally, TikTok put my business, Warm and Fuzzy Soapery, on the map. And I know so many of you have similar stories. But with talks of ban ramping up again, there's a lot of uncertainty about what this could mean. So today, we're going to break it all down. Why this is happening, what the impact could be, and how we, as business owners, can prepare for what comes next. Let's dive in. Now, Jesse has some personal connections to the political movement trying to stop the ban. Jesse, you want to tell us about that?
Absolutely. So, back in 2020, not long after I got on the app, the talks about the TikTok ban started with Trump. And, I mean, they didn't get very far. He proposed a ban, and TikTok made some changes to how they stored data. So, when all that happened, TikTok hired a company called Oracle to store all of the user data from the United States. And that was good enough for Trump. And to be honest, that Oracle, they store financial data, medical, personal insurance type data. It's super secure. But let's see, it was in about February of 2023. Talks about a TikTok ban started getting cooked back up again. And, sorry. Oh, that laughing's got my sinuses rolling. So when talks about the TikTok ban started back up in February-ish of 2023. Yeah, 2023. I was actually invited by TikTok to go to DC to lobby of sorts for TikTok. Basically just to talk to different senators and House members, you know, people who are in the know in the political world in DC, to explain to them what TikTok meant for me. Like Margaret, I had to get a website because of TikTok. Before TikTok, I was not known by anybody and made soap in like 6-pound loaves. It was just not much of anything. Squirrel. Brain fart.
Before TikTok, you didn't have to
Right.
go. TikTok made you get a website.
Right. So I had to get a website because of TikTok. I've said it time and time again. I'll say it right here. I built my business on TikTok. I mean, the reach that TikTok has is just mind-blowing. I'm on all the other socials. None of them have the reach that TikTok has. But backtrack, I went to DC in March of 2023 for the first time. The ban didn't go anywhere. It didn't pass. I think it may have went through the House and then it just stalled. Or it went through the Senate. It went through one of them and it just stalled. I probably should have got my facts straight. And, you know, talks about it just kind of popped up every now and then. It didn't really get any traction whatsoever. But fast forward in March of this year, 2024, it got cooked up again. And this time, talks were just skyrocketing. They had merit behind them. And I found myself back in DC in March of 2024. And y'all, it was a struggle just to even get anybody to listen to us. I tried to schedule meetings with my representatives, and I finally got a call back, I got a call back from one of them, and he conveniently had a time slot for when I had to be at a press conference. Go figure. So I never got to talk to anybody. We after the House vote, and we were actually picket lining outside the U.S. Capitol building. We were picket lining outside the U.S. Capitol building while the vote was going on in the House. We were watching it live, and it just passed like wildfire. And when you've got folks like Representative Ro Khanna from Silicon Valley in California and Marjorie Taylor Greene out of Georgia, two just far end of the spectrums, agreeing on something, something's not clicking, y'all. I mean, You've got people in the middle that are just die hard for the ban, and then you've got people on opposite sides of the political spectrum in support of the TikTok users. Something's going on there. So, right. Needless to say, it passed quickly through the House, and they had a vote in early April of this year, and it passed by a large majority in the Senate. And, of course, Biden, who has a TikTok and uses it, he signed the bill. So here we are. It's been, let's see, it went through, there was 8 TikTok creators that filed suit against the United States government for free speech reasons. And they have gotten no traction whatsoever. And what's crazy about the whole deal is the ban, like the actual bill that was passed, the information that the TikTok users' legal team got, the majority of the information was redacted. So you couldn't even really see what their reasoning was for pushing this through. It's crazy. And now it's went through the U.S. The U.S. Court of Appeals has upheld the TikTok ban, and I look for it to go through the Supreme Court next. So it just depends on if the Supreme Court wants to hear it or not. So that's the history in a nutshell.
I thought that I read that the Supreme Court is not taking it up.
I thought I heard that too.
Yeah. And it's set to the ban is set to go into effect on January 19th.
Hang on.
Now, when is Inauguration Day?
January 20th.
20th.
Convenient.
Yeah. Google that. No, it's still saying TikTok ban heads towards the Supreme Court.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw something too that said they said no. I think it was the news lady said something.
I have seen videos of people saying that, the Supreme Court's rejected it. It ain't even been through, they haven't even accepted or denied to receive the case yet, So, whether or not that will happen, I don't know.
But I think by the time this airs, they will have made a decision probably.
Yeah, by the time this airs, they will probably have made a decision. So,
well, if we're starting
y'all all know before we do.
If we're starting on the 2nd, right? So the next episode, we're going to try and push this one up further, would be the 9th. So it wouldn't have gone into effect yet.
The paperwork that TikTok filed with the Supreme Court, they request to know if they're going to halt the ban by the 6th. So whether or not they do that, I don't know.
That'll be funny if we do this whole episode and then it becomes a moot point.
The organized Heifers looking through her notes.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get it all done. Right?
We're just flying by the seat of our pants over here, and you're just like, I've got 15 pages of notes.
It's only 7 today for both of them. But I totally understand why there's a concern about data and privacy. I mean, it's valid. But at the same time, TikTok has been a lifeline for so many businesses like mine. It's not just an app. This is my storefront. You know, I don't have, you just like both of you, we don't have physical storefronts. TikTok is my storefront. Shauna, what do you think the ban is going to look like? What, like, if it happens to go into effect?
Everything that I've read so far is that they're not going to remove the apps from your phone. We're all going to still have it, but it sounds like if it does go into effect, you will not be able to download the app if you don't already have it. And they just won't be able to update it. So it'll work for a little while afterwards and then slowly become outdated and malfunctioning.
Right. If it can't update, it can't fix any bugs, patch any bugs, and it'll just eventually get to where it don't work anymore. Yeah.
And then I think we're going to see a mass exodus to other platforms. The question is which platforms? There's so many social media platforms out there. I mean, we have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I mean, Facebook is kind of, I don't think Facebook is going to be a major player, honestly.
That's the boomer social.
Well, I mean, but when you think about it, think about this. Not only is it businesses like us where we're making our things and we're posting and we're showing our process and stuff like that in TikTok, there are a lot of people that are just doing sales, like affiliate marketing. And that's huge. They could probably do that on Facebook still. They used to do that on Facebook. That's pretty much where it started.
Facebook is not used much by the younger generation. And it's a lot of older people. Instagram, I actually get a lot more traction on Instagram as far as interaction. And I think you can go live on Instagram too, but it just doesn't, it's not the same. I don't think they have the same like video editing tools and such that you would have on something like TikTok.
Right. And I also think that the affiliate marketing program that TikTok has built in, like, is unique to, I've never seen another platform like that. That's going to be really hard to
It's possible that another could pop up. It's also possible that some of the platforms could step up and change some things to make them easier to use and more like the TikTok platform.
Right.
I don't necessarily see that happening, but
yeah. I tell you what, I have been seeing, and I think I may have sent y'all a link to it or a video on it, but I have been seeing an app called Neptune that
never heard of it.
It's not, available yet.
I've looked for it.
I did sign up for to go ahead and like be on the list. And the videos I've watched. Huh?
I didn't even see a sign up. Where did you see that?
Let's see.
You have to send us a link.
Yeah.
I have to send y'all a link, but it's kind of interesting the way that I'm kind of understanding it. It's like you can adjust in your own profile. Like you can adjust, like, do you want your videos pushed out more to the For You page, or do you want it pushed out more to your followers and such as that? And they've all, I don't know how they're going to do this, but they've also thrown out the idea of it being like a hybrid a hybrid TikTok and MySpace.
Yes, I did see that video that you sent.
Yeah. So that's kind of intriguing. So that one may, if TikTok gets banned, that might be the new trending app. I don't know, but I've definitely got my eye on it.
Even if it's just for the nostalgia of the MySpace.
Y'all know I never had a MySpace.
I did, but I didn't do much with it.
Yeah, same. I did, but
I never had a MySpace.
So do you like set up your own like personal soundtrack on your Neptune page when people come to it, like you did on MySpace? You know what I mean? Margaret knows what I mean. You go to people's MySpace and it played music.
Yeah.
I mean, MySpace was a big thing, like when I was in college.
Yeah.
But I never fooled with it. The internet out at the house sucked so bad. We didn't fool with anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
TikTok gave me the platform to tell my story authentically and show people the love and the care that I put into my soap. And I know you guys have done the same, right? And that is what helped my business grow, because of the authenticity that people could, interact with us. It's almost like we got to know the people on the other side of the screen. You feel like
You
they're
built a
your
community.
friends, right?
This is
and
how
I know,
we met. We met
exactly.
on TikTok.
I was going to say,
exactly.
I am not the only one. It's the same for so many creators out there, and we're just out, just trying to make a living, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the impact is going to be
It's going to be substantial,
phenomenal. That the people who voted for this ban are going to really have a reckoning, I think, in their own communities.
It's my understanding that the effects from the ban. Now you hear from both sides what the effects is going to be, but the general idea of the effects that the ban is going to have on the economy is in the billions.
That's what I'm thinking.
Billions and billions of dollars. And y'all both know the economy sucks right now.
Right now.
We need every dollar we can get in it to help things out. And that's just, it's not going to help at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be so many people there's creators that's what they do. They just make videos for a living.
Right.
There's folks that's quit their jobs and that's what they do full time and making a dang good living doing it. And a lot of people, they thrash them because, you're going to have to go get a real job now. And I get that. But y'all know it's incredibly hard to create videos.
Mm-hmm.
On a creator side, they have to be creative with every single. We have a niche that we stick towards. Those creators that do those videos for collaborations and such, they've got to be on their A game every single day. It takes a lot of mental flex to do what they do, and
time.
TikTok, it's just a mess. It's just a big mess, and it's kind of got me scared. A little bit. I mean...
Well, so then what's next? How do we prepare for the worst case scenario?
I'm trying to get into private label soap, and I'm working towards launching my product on Amazon. I've got a couple other things I'm looking at that I'm not ready to speak on yet, but that's what I'm doing. It's the old saying, keep all your eggs in one basket.
Right. So that's exactly what I was thinking about. This is a wake-up call. Platforms come and go. But what I realize is I need to focus on owning my own audience. That means building my email list, strengthening my website, branching out to other platforms. If TikTok goes, we'll adjust, but we won't stop.
Right. Yes. And that is a very good point. My email marketing has been weak. It really has. So I definitely need to work on that. But I'm on other platforms, and there's one platform that I saw that said it was really great for people like us who sell, but I don't know how to use it effectively, and that is Pinterest.
Oh, yeah.
I actually saw that Pinterest is really good for driving sales.
I hear that all the time, and I know. I was, before TikTok, I would spend hours just scrolling through Pinterest and making boards, and, and then... But I see the value to it, because you can show your beautiful pictures. You can use your hashtags. You can link every single picture to your website or to a specific page on your website. If I show a gorgeous picture of my, oatmeal milk and honey soap, and I write a little blurb about it, then somebody wants to click on it, it goes right to that product. So there is value in Pinterest.
There is.
And people make a lot of money off of Pinterest.
Right. The problem I have is that you can post videos on there, but they come up, I think it comes up as like ideas or something, instead of like on TikTok, this is my video, this is me doing this. Yeah. It comes up on Pinterest more like, hey, here's an idea of something you can do. And I don't know how to effectively use videos.
No, you don't do it. You buy my product and I do it.
I don't know how to effectively post videos on Pinterest. It's very confusing for me.
Yeah.
And every single platform's different.
I don't think I've tried to do
I've done some
videos.
But
I've even tried to advertise. I did an advertising stint on Pinterest one time, and I didn't get no sales off of it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I'm not a Pinterest user. I don't know nothing about Pinterest. I don't understand Pinterest. Pinterest makes 0 sense to me.
Yeah. Do you have a country? I'm assuming you have a Country Lather Pinterest page.
Yeah, I do, but I never look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
me
do
too. Me too. I rarely ever look at it, and maybe that's something you need to figure out. So if anybody understands how to use Pinterest effectively for marketing your business, let us know.
Comment down below, and we'll have you as a guest, and you can tell us.
Then have a masterclass.
That's right.
Pinterest.
On how to use Pinterest.
I got to teach the heifers.
The heifers and the heifer herd. Do either of you know of any good not platforms necessarily, but services that will schedule all of your different social media posts?
I'm sure there's some paid apps that do that. I'm not aware. I mean, I know that Meta you can schedule, but that's just Meta. Like they're not. I think Canva does some.
Yeah, but I don't think they can do videos, and I don't know if they'll post to TikTok. I know you can schedule. Like I've created little feature pictures of certain products, and you can schedule those to go to Instagram. But I don't. Can you video edit on Canva?
Yes, you can use Canva to post to TikTok. And yes, you can. Canva has a great well, it's not great. It's getting better. Canva has an okay video editor. I don't love their video editor, but the cool thing about their video editor is you can use because you have a pro account. I have a pro account as well. You can use any of the media that they have already and slap it anywhere on your video and move it around a lot easier than, say, iMovie.
Okay. Because I use CapCut and it has a lot of good features. But
right.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually just thinking about that. Like, I need to go on Canva and play around with theirs a little bit and see what I can do.
Yeah, because if this goes through, CapCut's going to disappear.
Right.
Yes.
And I bought CapCut Pro, too.
Yeah, I did, too.
So I have Canva Pro and CapCut Pro. Too many services.
I'm not a lover of CapCut. I mean, I like the fact that you can use the templates and stuff like that, but, to fool around. But...
And I never use the templates. I always just use it to edit my videos.
Yeah. I rarely use templates, but... I mean, that's another thing. If CapCut goes away and TikTok goes away, where are you going to edit your videos? I guess Canva.
You could do Canva. I do a lot of my video editing in iMovie. John actually downloaded some expensive editing app, but I don't have it.
The problem is every single app you get, you have to figure out how to use it, and who has the time for all that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're all working.
There was another one that was sent to me, and I'm trying to scroll through this. There it is. Video Leap was recommended to me by a very big creator on all the social platforms. And he said that's what he uses. But in a nutshell, the TikTok ban is going to be that's going to be a pretty big deal. And
yeah,
I don't think a lot of people really realize how big of a deal it is. Will it affect everybody? No, but it's going to affect over 5 million small businesses. I think it's actually up to 7 million right now in the United States alone. Not to mention all the different creators and just people who... There's a lot of people that post to TikTok and scroll TikTok just for mental health. And that sounds kind of sideways, but it's the truth.
It is the truth. It is the truth.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of tutorials. There's all kinds of weird things.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I found 2 weirdos on TikTok.
Yeah,
I found a bunch of weirdos on TikTok, yeah.
I thought you should flip me off.
I thought about it. I can't use that clip if I do. What was it we were doing earlier?
You don't get... What is this? You don't get the whole bird?
That's the feather because you don't get the whole bird.
Gotcha. This has been such an important conversation, and I hope that it's helped shed some light on what this TikTok ban could mean for small business owners. At the end of the day, we're all just trying to stay connected to the people who support us, and platforms like TikTok make that possible. But no matter what happens, small business owners are resilient. We pivot, we innovate, and we keep moving forward. Thank you, Jesse and Shauna, for sharing your insights today. And to all of you listening, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you worried about the TikTok ban? What steps are you taking to prepare? share with us in the comments or on social media. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Until then, stay creative, stay connected, and
stay dirty.
Heifers.